Good morning. And today I'm going to present about the Haiti conservation horticulture of that. But before starting, I want to make the context. So I'm a forester. I study in Dominican Republic. When I went back to my country and I want to start something without no money, going to the street, collecting pots to start a nursery for my first it was green Haiti mean IT vert. So with less than 50 US dollar, I start this I will say this organization. But in 2003, I had the opportunity to go to Israel and visit the Baha Garden. And I say, oh, this is something incredible. This is something I can do in Haiti too, because Israel doesn't have water. They don't have too much water as we have in Haiti. They have too much species. And when I went back, I want to start a garden, but not a botanical garden, a garden. So when I went to Israel, the people who has this land didn't want to give it to me. They said, this little boy doesn't have the capacity to run 6 hectares of land, 8 hectares of land. 4 years later, what I saw in Israel, and I reproduced it in Kai Botanical Garden. And a lot of people coming to visit at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. The garden is totally full. Nobody wants to leave. 11 o'clock, they still in the garden. What happened is a big ring start and all of them leave the garden. In the morning, they destroy the garden. They destroy the garden because it is not their fault. One lesson I learned, 3 lessons I learned after the disaster. One, people love beauty, Haitian love beauty. They coming to visit the garden because what everyone say it's a beautiful thing coming to visit. So they need people to build beautiful things for them. The second thing we need to educate them. It's because they didn't have education that make them doing things like that. And the third, the garden was too small. When I was doing it, I didn't have any knowledge about how to build a garden. So the design was totally poor, the place for people to work 4 meters. So it was a good lesson for me. So I started to search about learning about garden. And I found an internet, an institution called BGCI, Cube Garden, and they will have a course on botanic garden management. And I went to Q to study botanic garden management in 2009. And there I met my mentor, Clem Collins, that started to teach me about botany. It's when I started to learn about botany for sure in 2009. And after that, finished in 2009, Peter White Jackson, I searched in my search, they asked me to work on a document. So to compare, to do a work. My work was Botanic Garden source of financing. And I compared Q and Eden to see how they get funding because my big need at this time is get money for the garden. So in 2010, Peter White Jackson allowed me to go to the first Botanic Garden Congress in Ireland. It's really eyes open. I see people talking about conservation, horticulture, education. I look. I didn't understand everything, but I take a lot of notes. And since that time, I continued to learn a lot about plants. So in 2013, the garden I had before, I transformed it, and now we have it with a department for research and conservation. My team, we are in the field. I am teaching my staff about going to the field, collecting seeds, start to do herbarium specimen. I didn't know that until 2013. So yes. But there are a lot of challenges in Haiti to do research. The first challenge is we train our people. They stay for 3 years with us, and a big organization coming and just take it from you. Or yeah, they find a possibility to leave the country, they migrate, or they don't have them. So every time you have to be constantly training people. The second thing is insecurity in the country. No doubt it's very hard to go. Everywhere you are going, it's possible to be tracked on something that are very difficult. So insecurity in the country makes it difficult to do research. The third is the species. Some species are not in the protected area. Even they are in the protected area, it's not really protected. So sometimes they are in private area and people doesn't want to talk to you. They say, you are coming to take their species to do a lot of money. So they want you to enter in their place. The third is infrastructure. Sometimes we have seeds, but we don't have really a seed bank to conserve them. And the last, it's partner, a local partner, because I start to understand conservation. We don't have many people doing conservation in the country. So with BGCI, we have two projects. They finance for us 4 species. Two of them are very easy to develop. So Amyris apiculata and Clavija domingensis, they are very easy. They produce a lot of seeds. In 1 year, we produce for Amyris more than 500 seeds. So it's easy. And that's what I understand nowadays when we are talking about the red list. You have to understand if the species is easy to reproduce or not. So we have two other ones that Meriana brevipedunculata. We found it in more than 100 meters, 1,000 meters. We cannot produce them in the garden. And the last one is Hernandia obovata. They found one species, and now we don't have enough plant to choose seed that. But that's William Sinea botanist. But there is another William Sinea on the show that's talking about business. So I said to make the garden working, I have to understand business. So in 2014, I started another project called Nature Design. It's a landscape project. So all the research we are doing, how to use them. And Haiti, if there are some proposals from institutions, they don't want to work with non-profit. They want to work with a for-profit. So we build out a profit one. So that's nature design right now, 2014. The nature design, I started in 2014 and now 2014. So and now it's the biggest landscaping business in the country. Try to get money to help the garden to move forward. So from 2016 to 2024, we have a lot of trouble. We have a lot of good things too. Good achievement. I participate in a lot of congress. I take a training from several of you here, like the red list database and a lot of things. But one thing I teach in business that's helping a lot moving forward. One person one day say, obscurity is the thing that kills a lot of business. If people don't know you, they don't want to do business with you. If you are not Facebooking, YouTubing, linking, nobody knows you and nobody will do business with you. That's the reason now you see most of the people who see me and social media, we post a lot because we know we need people to understand. And I read another book talk about image revisited. He said, when you are leading an institution, you are a key person, you are a technician. You all the time want to do things, you all the time want to be in botany, producing plants. But to move the business forward, you have to be a manager and to look for money. So I don't have a lot of people coming from my garden because I am a technician. I still have the technician in me. I don't have the capacity to look for money, but now I am learning a lot about business. And the challenge, we have a big hurricane in 2016 that destroyed totally almost totally the garden. 2016, big hurricane. In 2020, we have a big fire that destroyed our environment. So as the only botanical garden in Haiti right now, we have a lot of work to do. And from 2019 to 2024, political situation and security make our garden, we don't have visitor, we don't have anything. So we have to reinvent the garden. So we had to design a master plan. And the master planner, we designed is first building a research team to look for data. And all the data we have, we'll use them to do education, put them in Facebook and LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere. And the idea is attracting NGO and the government and the country to let them know we are doing something very important. We need support in order to find funding. For me, I will say success. And last year, well, we have the BRI, that's the central bank for Haiti, that financed a project for us for over on 100,000 US dollars to just 30 medicinal plants in Haiti. But before they didn't even want to talk to me. What William Sinea to talk to William Sinea, and now giving money to him to do study. So for me, it's a good fight, and we are happy about that. And the last thing with the NGO, we have two big NGO, PRDF, it's a well-known in the world, and Heifer International that's working with us to have a good funding. My goal is to have funding right now to help my staff to participate and to grow them and to keep them in the work. My wish, and I understand the level of botany in the world is very low. We cannot solve the problems of the world with the level of botany we have. We need to continue to teach botany and with botany. And I plan to have a YouTube channel to talk about botany. And I will say to botany is not too complicated. So when we're talking about monocotyledon, because people doesn't understand that. We need to find a way to make botany work. The second thing is a business topic. And some conference that we need to talk about it. I want to hear some director of botanical garden coming to here to give us some tips to get money, to get funding, to have more people to make our garden bigger. And the last, it's a more collaboration. In the garden, we don't have knowledge. I really want to work with Dominican local because I really want to work with that. I really want to work with all of you and see how we can make things happen because we don't have that knowledge. Please, thank you for your attention. I want you to connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, everywhere, in order to move forward together. Thank you.
I just want to say, William, I'm always so happy when I see your pictures. That's an inspiration, right? And throwing the photos of all the labors going on. Very good.
Brilliant. Inspiration as always. You've done extraordinary things. I'm particularly interested, though, just in terms of the question, we could talk a lot about what you've achieved, and that narrative is really an inspiration to lots of governments and lots of areas. The resilience you've got, much like treaties before, really inspirational in terms of facing challenges and actually having the courage and the conviction to carry on because you've got a clear mission, you've got a clear idea, with a clear direction, and that's so important. Two fabulous presentations together. But you seem to have made a real impact with the government in this big $100,000 US grant for medicinal plants. I think a major step forward, particularly at a time where the government is, you've got this political unrest, there's lots of lots of demand on funds, and often we find that botanical things are just get pushed down because hygiene is more important, medicine is more important, schools are more important. So how did you manage to make that breakthrough with the government? And do you think that's a relationship you've now established and can build on?
Thank you so much for your comment. I'm in botany, but I have more books, more readers, and business. I learned a lot about business too. And I understand marketing and branding. There is some kind of thing called inbound marketing. Inbound marketing, you put something out and ask, you don't go to the people and they come in. So it's based on what we are putting on the internet, they're coming. I do remember there's a big project in Haiti. We want to work in that. And it's a reforestation. I wrote an article, 7 mistakes to avoid in reforestation. By the way, they called me. They want to talk to me because they understand what I understand the problem and I show it. So marketing, branding is very important. So I understand to do branding for myself. And although when I am going to talk about the director for Central Bank in Haiti, they already know me because they see it on LinkedIn everywhere. And I work too for the garden, the branding for the garden. So the garden, we post a lot of. Before we post some beautiful garden, but today is not that. We are talking with people out here. And I learned from a book say marketing based on education. Everything I am putting online is education. That's the reason. I will myself, William, I know that's something I have to do every day. That's the reason people will say, you post too much. I don't post too much. I have to continue to post. Thank you.
Thank you. This is a very inspiring presentation. I have a question with regards to succession planning as it relates to you as a very charismatic entrepreneurial individual who've taken this forward in the country. Can you speak to what happens next? We love what we do. We're passionate about what we do. But as individuals who are perhaps aging out, maybe I'll just speak for myself, those who are coming behind, how do we create a continuation, reproducing yourself and your passion for the passion that belongs to the country for garden substances?
Thank you so much for your question. This is one question that first I ask myself every day. If I pass away today, if everything I am doing, if they will disappear. And the one thing I'm working seriously on that, it will assist them for the garden. Assist them not only to have people trained, continue to do what I am doing, and botany, I'm teaching a lot of botany in the field. But in terms of business, how to develop more collaboration, how to get funding in order to keep up the garden more forward. So that's the reason I always say I am two persons, and I am a botanist and an entrepreneur. So I create an organization called So People Entrepreneurs. That's how to teach people how to develop their business based on nature. Because I passed a lot of bad moments in my life, like by not knowing how to deal, how to build a team, how to go a business, how to talk to people, how to shake hands, all of that I did know that. So I learned that and I want to share with people we reach us, young people who really want to work